Hi there, Deirdre here, just popping in today to let you know about a very strong conjunction that's occurring at the moment between the planet Jupiter and the Sun. So this conjunction's been building up for a couple of days, and today it's at its peak on the 24th of June, and it'll be still conjuncting over the next couple of days, but slowly getting lesser. It's when they're really close to each other in degrees that the amplification of their energies becomes very intense and what we can really make use of. So Jupiter expands on everything he touches, and the Sun is sitting in Cancer. They're both sitting in Cancer, and the Sun is your primary focus at any given time. So whatever sign of the zodiac it's sitting in, whatever part of your chart it's moving through, that's where you're meant to be focusing at any time. So when we've got Jupiter coming along beside the Sun, everything the Sun wants to do and focus on, Jupiter's amplifying, making it bigger, more expansive, and encouraging it to grow. So this can be a very, very intuitive time and an extremely creative time for you. So if there is something you're working on or wanting to, do the final work on, or really get out there, or really put your energy into in some way, and it's a creative or an intuitive project, then now would be the time to really get stuck into it, because you'll have lots of support from the universe, and you're just going to keep growing and expanding every step of what you're doing. So it's really powerful energy. But also be aware, when we're looking at the positive qualities of a conjunction of Jupiter and the Sun, when they're conjuncting each other, there's also going to be the shadow of that as well. And the shadow of that is being too caught up in the past. Jupiter might amplify your melancholy, or your feelings of, oh, I wish I'd done that, or I wish I'd had that, and I regret this and I regret that. That's one of the negative attributes of being a Cancerian. They can get very stuck in the past. And the other thing it might really be accentuating are family ties. And when I talk about family ties, this is your blood family, but it could also be your tribe. Who do you consider to be family? So with Jupiter and the Sun conjuncting each other in Cancer, family issues may come to the fore in some way. So it could be an opportunity to heal an old family rift, or it could be an opportunity to make that final decision or cut that makes you move away from those people and decide that that's not the family that you want to be involved in or connect with anymore. So there's the dark side will come up, or the challenging side will come up as well. And one of the other things with Cancerian energy is the guilt is the power tool of the ego, and particularly for Cancerians. So if there's anything that you are brewing over or feeling guilty about, or trying to sort out, don't use this time to do that constructively rather than destructively, because guilt is a waste. There's nothing you can do with guilt. It doesn't achieve anything, it doesn't fix anything. So don't hang on to it, just let it go. Don't have regrets, because everything you've done that you think you did wrong, you learned something from. So it wasn't a waste of time, and it may not have turned out the way you wanted it to, but you learned something from it, and that's what's really important every step of the way. So use this really powerful conjunction to really feel your way into things more and become more reliant on your gut instinct or your intuition, whatever you want to call it, because that is the leading way. And especially as we move forward, all the outer planets are now in fire or air signs. And Jupiter in Cancer is the only one of the big outer planets that's actually sitting in water. So with all of that fire is all about action and passion and aggression to some degree. And air is all about imagination and airheads and creativity. And then the water energy is what's going to actually bring the emotions into it, so that we're not acting too aggressively, we're not thinking too destructively. We're actually bringing compassion and empathy into everything that we're trying to take action on or create or think about. So use this energy wisely, and it will be really very much in your best interest. I'll see you all again soon. Bye.